How's it going? We're back on the 22. I got the new axle nuts in so I can use my pre-existing tool I have, 17 millimeter. The spot I was planning on going to is covered in snow. There was a blizzard about 2-3 days ago and not all the snow has melted off yet. So we're gonna go to the only place I know that's always dry, pretty much. See you there. I'm gonna have some difficulty getting a run up, so I'm just gonna kind of get a feel for how it hops and then maybe move on to the taller stuff. So I'm literally 3 attempts in, and the front axle has already bent noticeably. Actually, you know what? The axle may be bent, but the dropout right here, the dropout is actually bent. The rear still looks straight. You know, if I were doing Smiths, it could have been the first one that happened, because the double pegs are easier on the front than Smiths are. So yeah, that's disappointing. It's not bent to the point to where it's unusable, but it's just gonna make it to where, like, especially if you're grinding on slick surfaces, you're gonna slide off easier unless you're really locked in. But I'm gonna try to double peg this. I'm not very good at hopping with this bike, and I'm also not very good at hopping high on my left side. This isn't like super high, but it's higher than I'm comfortable with on my opposite, my weak side, you know? Now it is significantly affecting my performance to stay on the ledge at this point. Let's check the back. Yeah, the rear seems straight still, but I would be very hesitant to even try a Smith on this axle, and especially with it being bent like this right now. I just slide right off. Yeah, it's definitely both the axle and the dropout that is bent. Too bad I don't have another hub on hand. Let's still try to get a decent double peg across this, see if I can stay on. So I'm sliding up immediately now. Normally what you want to do is sort of lean into the ledge or the rail so you stay balanced on it. But when you do that with your peg so bent, under the peg with the dropout in the axle, you just slide right off. Try it again, see if I can get something. Yeah, I'm like straight on the dropout. I'm not even making contact with the peg at this point. Yeah, we're done. That's significant. This fork and this axle setup are not able to withstand grinding abuse. The rear, it's still to be determined. Still looks like it's straight. So if you buy this bike for grinding and street use, buy a hub and a fork with it. So for grinding, it's going to be a thumbs up in terms of its ability, in terms of how it feels hopping on things. You know, if you want this thing to be a street machine, you can slam your wheel all the way as far back in the dropouts as possible and you get more response out of it. Get a steeper offset fork. There are things you can do to make it more of a street capable machine, but I didn't feel uncomfortable even hopping on my left side there, which is my weak side. If you're a really tall guy and you're uncomfortable on a 20 and you feel unstable and you just feel awkward in general, this could be a good option for you. It's a good damn deal. You get an entire bike for the price of an aftermarket frame, and I've said that before. We're gonna hit some dirt jumps. That's what I got it for. Stay tuned for that video, but in the meantime, you're gonna have to make do with this. Have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you, I can't get closer, in a future video. Bullshit.